Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So I have been such a stranger recently to my own YouTube channel. As some of you may know, I am just back from Poland. I was in Krakow. Well, I actually arrived home last week. It was near the end of last week, but it is now Monday and I'm basically back to filming videos. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a first impressions. I am going to be using Glamify Cosmetics. So I'm sure most of these by now would have heard of an online shop called Misspap. So basically Glamify Cosmetics is an exclusive makeup brand. I think it's pretty new, although I'm not too sure. That's basically what I'm going to be doing today. I have loads of amazing products here to try and test out. Looking at me you can tell I have my base makeup on, such as my foundation and my concealer, because whenever I was looking through the website I did notice that they didn't have like face makeup such as foundation and concealers. Well, not that I know of anyway. So they are obviously the products that I didn't get. But I'm first off just going to start and get my face makeup out of the way, and then we're going to go on to the eyes. The first product I'm going to go in with is the Glamify Beauty Translucent Setting Powder. I did notice that it is a white setting powder. Usually white setting powders such as this one here is usually like a HD setting powder. So I might actually try and take a few flash photography pictures of myself just to see if this gives any flashback or not. Ooh. Oh! Oh, it's kind of like the Makeup Forever one. I'm thinking, I'm guessing, I'm hoping. Okay, so I haven't actually opened any of this stuff, which might sound terrible. Oh. Oh, I wonder is there, okay, so I wonder is there like a wee filter here? Oh yeah, it's like a wee trampoline. And please excuse my beauty blender, it is skanky. It is very, very disgusting. I am a dirtbag. Oh. Oh, that is so handy. It's like a wee, kind of like a wee protector, but as I say, it's kind of like a trampoline. I'm just going to apply this underneath my eyes, just where I concealed, and I'm also going to put it on my smile lines as well. I can't really get a scent of it yet. Just going to set my smile lines. So whatever is left on my sponge, I'm just going to tap on my forehead. So once I've let that bake, I'm just going to take this Zoeva brush and I'm just going to lightly wisp it away, not like rub it away or anything. I'm just going to like wisp it away. And then whatever excess is left on the brush, I'm just going to do the rest of my face. Okay, so I'm actually pretty impressed with that. I was a wee bit worried whenever I had seen that it was a white setting powder, because I thought it would be like one of those HD powders. That's probably what it is. One thing that kind of worries me about setting powders, especially whenever you're baking, and it's kind of like the texture of the product itself, is whenever like you leave it to set and then you dust it off and it removes your concealer or foundation or whatever is underlying the powder, and that hasn't done that. I haven't got any white patches. It hasn't actually changed the colour of my concealer or foundation. It hasn't left any blotchiness. So far so good. So I'm just going to go and bronze with my Hila Benefit bronzer. So I just remembered that I have these. So these are the Glamify Silver Luminizing drops. I probably should have used these before I set my face. Do you know what? I'm just going to use them anyway. So this is what the wee bottle looks like. Holy crap. And you get a lot of product in here. Oh my god. So I'm just going to try a wee bit on the back of my hand first. Whoa! Yeah, you definitely get a lot of product here. Oh my god, it's getting worse. And yes, do keep in mind that I have powdered already. So if this goes tits up, that's why. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit on my nose as well, because we can't forget about the nose. I'm actually just going to use my finger for now. Ooh, a little goes a long way. Okay, that's all the blending I'm going to do with my fingers, so I'm just going to go on and use my beauty blender. I actually think that looks really nice. Oh my god. It's not like an extremely metallic glow, it's just like a quite healthy sheen. I'm going to put some more on. So I also have a highlighting palette that I'm going to be placed on top of this, so this might be quite nice as a base for the highlighting palette. I think that's really quite nice, and I actually quite like the colour of it as well. So this here is the highlighting palette. So this is the Festival Illuminate palette. Oh, I love the packaging of this as well, the fact that it's like all glittery. I think I might just go for this middle one here. So I don't really know whether to laugh or cry, to be honest, but I was just in the middle of talking about the eyebrow stuff, and you're probably kind of wondering, the last bit she was highlighting and now she's going straight onto eyebrows. My camera overheated and turned itself off. I turned it back on again and forgot to press record. This is becoming a frequent thing for me. I'm filming and forgetting to press record. So the highlight shades that I did use were these two put together, and then because I really liked this one, this was more of the shade that I used, and this is what I have on. Okay, we're definitely recording now. I was just double checking there before I threw myself out my window. But yeah, I was just saying that I absolutely love this highlighter. It is what I have here. And I was also saying that these two shades wouldn't really work for me. This is obviously the middle shade, and that is probably the darkest shade I could go for, considering looking at my skin tone. So I would say with these two shades here, especially this one here, because it has more of like a pinky hue, well, in person it does anyway, it has more of like a rose tint to it. I would say that would be quite nice as a blush, but very, very light-handedly, because it is technically an illuminating highlighter. And then this shade here, which is more gold bronze, I would say it would be quite nice used as a eyeshadow or a base for an eyeshadow. These are probably the only shades I would use. Kind of depending on the look I'm going for. I'm not too sure about this shade here, although it is quite pretty. I do have like a few festival makeup looks coming up, so I might actually just dip into that one just to see. So this is probably the part that scares me the most whenever it comes to like first impressions and reviews and everything. Yeah. So this is the Glamify, really? So this is the Glamify eyebrow dip, and it's actually called eyebrow dip. I'm not being lazy by not saying dip brow, drip brew, drip eye. It's just called eyebrow dip. So it doesn't actually say on the box or the packaging anywhere about what shade I got, but I'm just guessing by the colour of the dip. The eyebrow dip, that I just got like a medium brown or warm brown shade. So I'm just guessing that this is going to be grand for me, because this is the shade that I would usually get anyway. Because even though I am blonde, I do like my eyebrows to be slightly darker than my hair colour anyway, and my eyebrows naturally are quite dark. Guess I forgot to press record again. So as I was saying to myself, whenever I was doing my eyebrows there, whenever I was dipping into the pomade, I was just taking a wee bit just to start off with, because I didn't know how pigmented it was going to be. So I first took a wee bit and I just done the line that I do underneath, and then I just like to turn my brush around and feather like and do like hair like strokes up the way, and then blending into my hair here, because I tend to have more hair around here and it is quite dark hair, hence why I always like a darker shade. And I like to draw my top line connecting it to the tail of my brow, and then I just like to take another wee bit on my brush, wipe it off on the wee towel that I have on my legs, and then I like to just fill it in, and avoiding the front area just for now. Just checking that it's recording. This is what happens whenever you take like 2 weeks off something, like you come back and you're just like whenever I was away, obviously I was off work as well in the hair salon, and like on Thursday was my first day back, and I think there was a stage I was in the colouring cupboard and it was like, why am I in here? What am I doing? Like I just had a complete brain fart. It's hilarious. Like I was like asked to go in and mix the colour, and I think I had to ask like 3 or 4 times. What was that? So I'm now going to take my spoolie again. Just going to go into the brush again, not taking any more product, but I did wipe on the wee tile that I have down here just to sharpen up the tip. Okay, so now what I kind of like to do is I kind of like to just go around the edges and just perfect anything, whether I need to straighten up a line or thicken anywhere. Not that I need to do that. I'm just going to go off camera and do my other brow, and then I will come back and carve my eyebrows out and do my eye base and my eyeshadow. I remembered to hit record this time. So what I have been using recently to carve out my eyebrows and just kind of like drag down as my eyeshadow primer slash base. Take a breath, Emma. God. So this is the Helen E Stage eyeshadow primer. So I just like to take this on a flat brush. I really do need to like invest out and get some half decent brushes, because this is just a wee brush that I got off eBay. Like I really must just like sit down and go on eBay and get like Morphe brushes and Zoeva brushes and stuff. I know Sigma brushes are quite good as well. I know quite a lot of YouTubers have a few discount codes, so I might actually give them a wee bit of support and also get me some brushes too. So I'm now on to eyes, my favourite part. So I got 2 eyeshadow palettes. So the first one is called the 12NB palette, and the second one is called the 12Z palette. So the first palette is the 12NB palette. There's a Morphe palette called that actually. So this is what the packaging looks like. It actually is shaped kind of like the Morphe packaging. And this is the palette here. I think this is the palette that I'm going to be using today, because the other palette, as I was saying, the 12Z palette, and that is the packaging here, it is just exactly the same as the other one. This palette is more of your more of your colours. So as I was saying previous, I do have some festival makeup tutorials coming up, so I'm going to be using this one in that. It's going to go in with this palette first, and I'm going to be taking this shade here, and I'm going to be using this to set my eyeshadow. I just realised what I said there. I was like, I'm just going to use this shade to set my eyeshadow. But no, I'm just using this shade to set my eyeshadow base. It looks something out of the Addams Family, but I just went on ahead there and put some black eyeliner in my lower lash line, because I kind of have a fair idea of what look I'm wanting to go for. I was actually looking through my YouTube videos a couple of nights ago, and I was actually looking at my most viewed videos, and one of my top most viewed videos is the black smoky eye look that I done quite a long time ago. I loved that makeup look, so I actually think I'm going to do like a brown smoky eye. So the first shade I'm going to go in with is the darkest shade here, which is this one. So again, just like the eyebrow pomade, I'm just going to take a wee bit on my brush because I don't know how pigmented the shadow is, but as we all know, I quite like to build my shadows up anyway. So far so good. They are really pigmented, they are a great colour payoff. I am not getting any fallout whatsoever. Even whenever I am like pressing in at the pan, there is barely any kick up. Although I would say it's because I'm actually like pressing in. I would say if I was going fluffier, you might get more fallout within the pan. But so far so good. Oh my god, I look like a panda. What the fuck? So I was kind of thinking between these two shades here, but I think I might just go for this one here. So I'm not going to go in directly with just with a clean brush or anything and buff this shadow out. I'm actually just going to buff out with another colour. So I'm just going to go in with circular motions, and I think doing this on an eyeshadow palette that you haven't used before is kind of like the big tester to see how the shadows actually blend. To see if they blend well together, to see if they'll blend each other out, and just all around to see if they actually will blend. Okay, so far so good. They are blending out fine. Okay, so now you are getting the tiniest wee bit of fallout. And whenever I get fallout, I kind of like to like push it up the way, depending on where it falls really. But usually it's around this area where I'll get my fallout, so I'm able to just do this instead of actually doing this and it like blah. Usually on my channel I will do like one eye and then I'll do like another eye off camera, but if you're kind of noticing that I'm doing like one eye, like I'm kind of like going steady at the same time with both eyes, it's because I got a couple of texts this morning saying that Royal Mail will deliver my package. Like since I came home from Poland, I've done quite a lot of online shopping for some reason. I always do that. So yeah. So it's because I can answer the door to my postman and I don't look crazy, because I'm sure he has seen me in some states. I'm just going to take this wee Luxe Smoky Shader Brush from Zoeva. It just has a wee bit of eyeliner from whenever I was doing the eyeliner there earlier, and I'm going to go back in with this shade here that I first applied in my crease. So I'm just going to go in quite hard here because I'm now just going to press that on. And just taking my blending brush, and this is my Ruby blending brush by the way, in case anybody is wondering what brush I'm using. I don't actually know why, whether it's something I've done or it's the eye primer base or what, but I can't help but think that this side up here is just the tiniest wee bit patchy. Postman. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't know why, but it just, I don't know, it just looks a wee bit patchy up here. I might try and use this shade to just try and buff it out the tiniest wee bit, because I can see here it's just underneath my brow bone and it's just annoying me the tiniest little bit. So with that, I'm just going to take the wee Anastasia brush and just try and fix that a little bit. Like, can anybody else say that? I don't know. Like, there's definitely not a problem with eyeshadows, because like this eye is fine, but that's one thing I've noticed, like this eye here always seems to mess up on me. Such a little bitch. I'm going to go back into this palette here, and can I use this like orangey shade and kind of put that in my transition just to kind of warm it up a wee bit more, although not too much. I just want to give the crease just a wee bit more warmth, a wee bit more, just a wee bit more depth. but I'm just going to use a tiny wee bit because yeah, that's exactly the colour I'm looking for actually. Perfect! But I'm just going to go quite light-handed. Definitely going to go light-handed on this side anyway. Little bitch. I'm going to grab that shade that I just used in my crease, and I'm going to use this on the Zoeva Luxe Smoky Shader Brush. I'm just going to pack that on quite generously and tap off the excess because the shadows are actually quite pigmented, and I'm just going to run this along my lower lash line. So I'm kind of wanting to just join this just to the outer corner and then just buff it right into the inner corner. I'm not actually going to pick up any product and place it into the inner corner because I just want it to be quite gradually smoky going into the inner corner. So I'm just going to take that gold blender brush and I'm just going to buff that out. And I'm going to take this shade here, I'm just going to pop this in my inner corner. So I just have two more things to try out, and that is the liquid lipstick and the eyelashes. I think I'll actually do my eyelashes first, and then whenever I'm waiting for the glue to dry, we can jump onto lips. So these are the eyelashes I got, and these are in the style GC5, I'm guessing. So these are a luxury lash to finish off any look. They are absolutely beautiful, like they're so fluffy. I'm just gonna have to cut this wee long lash hair off, but that's down there. I think they're quite nice. So this is the Glamify Beauty liquid lipstick. This is in the shade, it doesn't say, just say like on the product. So I actually really like the packaging. It's kind of like the holographic. So it doesn't actually have a name or anything, it just says here Lip 08, so I'm just guessing that is the shade. And of course I picked a nude. So that is the packaging. Just going to put on some lip liner first. I'm going to use the W7 Lip Twister Lip Pencil. It's kind of like a very warm nude, kind of like a terracotta nude. Just so you guys a wee bit more so you can see my mouth. It actually goes with this eye look so well. So that was basically just one dip, and I probably could have done the rest of my top lip, but I'm just going to dip in again. Okay, so far so good. Quite like the formula. It is a wee bit sticky, but it hasn't fully dried down yet, so I'm just going to wait for that and see, and then I might actually do another coat just to see if you're able to layer it up or anything. It's actually darker than I thought it was going to be and what I expected it to be, but that is actually a beautiful shade. That's if you're familiar with my channel, you would know this is a shade that I would never normally wear, but it is stunning. Okay, so I actually think I might cut them a wee bit at the inner corner. I've actually cut them a wee bit, but they're still a tad long. The inner corner is like coming right into here on me, and I don't usually like that on false lashes. It annoys the absolute F out of me. So I've cut quite a bit off that now, so yeah. Oh, that is so much better. So again, I'm just going to cut. I'm not going to cut the outer edge, but I'm just going to cut just at the inner corner, because I like to keep the fullness at the outer corner. Look how full that has made my eyes look. Holy shit. And like, these are tiny, like they're not tiny, but like they're quite small lashes. Like the lash length isn't that long and wispy, but that is some serious volume. God. That's just so weird wearing eyelashes, right? I hope people can relate to me here, but I usually like to wear like quite long lashes, and usually whenever I do this, like look up, like it tickles my eyebrows. Like my lashes tickle my eyebrows and I'm like it is so weird and so childish and so immature, but like every time I wear like my usual really long lashes and I look up, it just tickles me, and it's you know, it's so funny. But because these have so much volume in at the root of the lash and they aren't that long, like they're literally not even touching. It's so weird. I'm just going to again mention the lip. It is completely dried down now. Kind of kiss proof, but I'm guessing that's the lip liner. So I'm just going to go in with another sneaky little coat. I've noticed that like it's not even cracking or anything on my lips. It's not sinking in to like any of my lines or anything. Do you know what, but I realistically just wanted to go on with another coat because I love the shade that much. Yeah, so this is in the shade Lip 08. As I say, like everything will be linked down below. Like the link will take you directly to the product or the products. I am absolutely obsessed. Like as you can see, it's now a wee bit shiny again because I have just applied it, but that will dry down matte. So everyone, this is the completed makeup look, but I am so happy about all of these products. It wasn't as if I was expecting them to be disappointing or anything. I just love going in with like an open mind to two brand new products that I've never tried before. Although one thing I will say was I was very pleasantly surprised about the Glamify Luminizing drops. These are in the shade Silver. The reason I was so surprised about these was because obviously, as you could see, I did forget that I had these, and I obviously set my face with powder and then I went in with these and they still blend out great. So next I'm going to talk about the eyeshadow palettes. These were great. They kind of, in my opinion, resemble Morphe. I don't know whether it's because of the packaging, like Morphe's older packaging, that my mind's kind of travelling towards Morphe and the layout and everything. But other than that, these both, well, I can't really review this one yet because I'm going to be using this one in a tutorial coming soon. But this blended out perfectly. All the shadows blended together. They didn't blend out patchy or anything. This eyeshadow palette was also a little gem. And I am now, because I forgot, I'm now going to see if I get any flashback because of this, because it does look like one of those HD setting powders. I'm just going to get my phone and I'm just going to turn it on to like the camera and put the flash on. Well, don't I just feel like a dick. No flashback at all. I don't know if you can see that. I might actually take another one. Oh, wrong way. I might actually just put it up on the screen just so you can definitely see it. But no, there is no flashback with that at all. So that is absolutely great. So everything that I used in this video will be linked down below, and the links will take you directly to the product. I will also link Misspap's website down below as well. So I just want to say thank you so much to Misspap/Glamify for gifting me these fantastic products, and I just want to thank you guys so much also for watching this video. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys all in my next one. Bye!